Previewing college football week 3 here at SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak, and we're talking with Jeff Grant right now, featured sports betting columnist for the Bleacher Report. And Jeff, I asked you to talk about Alabama at Arkansas. And again, you know, the games that we cover, I assign to you, so you don't get to choose based on the value that you're seeing. I don't know what you're going to say your take on this game is. Alabama, of course, a 20-point road favorite here. But then again, I mean, how many times has Alabama seemed in the past few years seemed like they've been just way too big of a favorite over like a ranked team or whatever, and they wind up covering easily. You know, they did that against Michigan. They rolled by 27 over a top 10 team at the time. Arkansas has major questions. They have injuries, including to their starting quarterback. Their running game was awful against Louisiana Monroe. I'm not sure. I probably am definitely going to stay off this game. But if I had to take a side gun to my head, I think I'd take Alabama minus 20. What do you think?
One of the more difficult games to handicap. When doing my opening lines report at Bleacher Report, I'll normally establish a handicapper line. Was unable to do that for the fact that Tyler Wilson was knocked out of the game when Arkansas just lost to Louisiana Monroe. So it's a very difficult game to get a grasp on. And when you pass a game like that, it's difficult to come back. And then they hang a number of 19-20. SEC, this was supposed to be the biggest SEC game in the month of September. It's lost that luster. Like you said, you may not even have an interest in the game. I don't even feel like really handicapping the game. So I'm going to take the mentality of the players' approach. And I'd like to get your thoughts of how possibly the players would look at this game now that one of the best players in the SEC is no longer in the game.
I have no. You want to just cut this video short right now because I'm not going to bet this game. I think it's a fascinating line, but from a handicapping perspective. But I'm not going to bet this game. I mean, how do you handicap a game like this? Exactly. Arkansas was supposed to be a top 10 SEC team. Now it's they're a 20-point home dog. I mean, if this was the only college game this week, maybe I'd bet it. Sure, yes, I'd bet it. But
I think Las Vegas was expecting this to be the biggest game on the board. Now it's going to be USC Stanford. So that also Vegas needed to put up a number and go, where are you guys going to bet it? And it hasn't really moved because nobody really knows what's going to go on. You're going to get some Arkansas action because they're almost a 3-touchdown underdog at home.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do, I'm not going to look at the side. I'm going to look at the mentality of the teams. Everybody thinks Alabama has the best defense in the world, and yes, they have one of the top defenses in the country. I haven't seen anything other than that in the first 2 games of the year. But an important factor, they've gone over the total as a double-digit SEC road favorite when the total is 45 or higher. So what that tells me is, you had this defense that came out, they ran away against Michigan. So the defense really didn't have to do too much because Denard Robinson had to pass the ball. He's not a thrower. He's a running quarterback for Michigan. So the defense wasn't really tested there.
Right.
So what that tells me, Arkansas lost their major quarterback, but the key factor in this game that people need to consider is Brandon Allen, if he is actually the backup quarterback. He didn't perform very well last week taking over for Tyler Wilson, but he hails from Fayetteville, Arkansas. So he'll be comfortable in that setting. He's from the city that Arkansas University is in. So I'm looking to play the over. I don't think Alabama is going to be at the high level. They're looking straight ahead at LSU later in the year.
Yeah, interesting take. I'm guessing that this is going to be a very lightly bet game because I don't know what people are going to make of the line. My sense is that over the past few years, anytime you see Alabama as like an almost incomprehensibly big favorite, they cover. They tend to cover a lot in that position.
The only thing I'd say to the people that you're looking to lay Alabama, why put up a number at 19 when they could have put 21?
Right.
That's the only thing.
Excellent. That's a good point. Thanks, Jeff.